yeah.
All right, let me deal with Jacob because Jacob's got a one time he wants to talk to. He says he's got a question, so long. Do I need a coffee, bro?
So,
Are we good?
Nah, so with the trade that I took yesterday,
Hmm.
I want to know what you think
Put the
in terms
link up,
of.
bro.
Yeah, I put it in the chat.
Oh, sorry. I did look at it
Sorry.
last night, actually.
Yeah, so in terms of management options, I opted for a 5-minute close back in the range, but I'm also thinking that a break of the 15-minute resistance would have made sense. So I'm wondering what you would have sort of gone with in terms of management for
And
this.
that's the trade I took anyway, bro.
No, I think is it?
Hang on, let's go Slack. One sec. Is that not what
No,
I
you
took
took it
yesterday?
later on. I took the initial break up. You waited for it to pull back and then took it to push up to the highs again.
Why have I read? I've read someone else's that's done the same as what you've done there. Hang on, it's just making sense in my head. Someone else done exactly that.
Alex did the same as this.
Alex
or did
that,
similar.
did he?
Yeah, he did similar.
Umar
He
do
took it
that?
on there. Umar didn't post anything yesterday, did he? I think.
Uh,
He posted up a plan. He didn't post up any trades. Umar did the same as you and
8:50. Oh no, I'm on the wrong day. Sorry, that's Friday, mate. Sorry, I was getting confused. Yes.
So mine was a 5-minute close back below the 5-minute sort of range high. So it would have been above the 15-minute. Never mind, you got the 5-minute chart there. Yeah. So
That's all. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
clarify in my head just to be clear on what I'm saying.
it's really the idea makes sense as long as that sort of 15-minute support's respected. But obviously, I want to have a management position between there so I can put my stop down there.
7:45. It's a tough one because of how it's kind of. Realistically, the problem you've got there is if you're looking on the 30 minutes, etc., you ain't got shit. There's nothing.
Yeah, 100%.
You've realistically got candle lows, right? And in the candles that are being built, there's pretty limited anythings, right? Really, it's a hard one. The shot to take is solid, sensible, but as for managing, it's probably going to be more of a case of like exactly. You're going to have to not make it up as you go along, but in theory, yeah, potentially.
Yeah, I know.
And
That's
there's
what I was
probably going to be
thinking
more
going into it,
value based over structural understanding or technical trading or fundamental anything. It's just going to be a case of right, okay, I'm not comfy with this now, I'm done. Or over pretty much what we were saying earlier. With the trade I took yesterday, actually, although it's not the same one, the theory is exactly that. In your case, you're not worried about pushing into a specific area so much, which I was. But if it does something I didn't like, in that case, I had a clear understanding that if I pushed into the resistance, it started to react, man's going to be done, right? Which I did, right? Now, some people were happy to close at that resistance because their value-wise, it was viable. I think Umar was, I'm sure Umar took that. Or maybe he posted in my, hang on, bro. I think he posted, Umar. Yeah, sorry, he did take the same trade. So in my one, I posted yesterday in my channel.
Oh, did you respond to it saying you took it?
Hang on, let me just put it on the screen so we know what's up. So in here,
Yeah,
the trade I took, the discussion that came from, he took the same shot and he closed on the hourly open when it was at the high of the resistance area, which is where I wanted to see it. For me, it was only viable if it got to that and broke through and continued.
Yeah.
It didn't. And then I closed minus 3-4 pips because it came back. And I was like, I ain't going to fuck with this no more. Which in essence is what in that scenario you're in there, you've probably got to do exactly that, which is just pick something, bro. And if you don't if it doesn't continue and do what you want it to do, similar to Joel today, if I had pushed down 2-3 pips and come flying back, he was already at break even, or he would have closed very quickly in regards to managerial of like 2-3 pips. That's not for me. I'm out. Right? Maybe give it another go in a bit. Yeah, that's probably what really, because you've got little to no structure, time of day within a solid bullish move. Anyway, we've had a very limited kind of, you could argue, pullback or structure, whatever. There isn't much to utilize other than my fucking eyes, which is if it's not doing what I want it to do, which is continuing to push up in your case yesterday, it'd be done. Right. And if you get to a value in regards to that's enough for me financially, which is obviously what we spoke about directly anyway, that'd be done. Right. If you're happy, if you're in that situation, you're at 5, 6, 8 pips and you haven't really got a get out clause other than a stop, which should just cover your ass anyway, just move to break even, bro, in that case, or minus 1 or 2 and just be, be comfy with that.
Exactly.
I think there's not other, as you said, there's not really a blueprint where we can press it and be like, all right, cool. It is what it is. And I think in that scenario in there, which is quite sensible, the option is fine. But realistically, what could you do there? There
exactly.
I don't think.
It's
You
just
could
breaking
say
the
closing
15-minute
back in the
resistance
range.
or closing back below
Yeah,
the
and
5 or
that's it.
15. And it's
And
just like,
exactly that. And it's like
yeah,
you've got to understand what you've got there. If you're looking at that and the bigger picture there on the 30-minute and stuff like that as well, you haven't really got much to your advantage anyway. Realistically, not breaking the previous 15, the 30-minute low is a great option anyway, but that makes it too much of a monetary value loss when you've already been up X already, right? So there's no point. I may as well say, right, am I happy with this now? Especially if you're leaning to an area of interest you've got marked up anyway in regards to potential, issues. If you're getting near that, just be done in that scenario, probably. Or if you're having a very good week, you can hold it and move to break even, see what's up until it play out. But if it comes back to 0 or minus 1 or 2 pips, ain't no biggie because you're already having a good week. But it is the start of the week. You want to bank something up and put it in the kitty, and it really, it's a good job. I mean, I don't really think you could have done anything more from a managerial position over just using common sense at that point, bro. I mean, there isn't anything I can structurally use or a reaction from
yeah, no, it
X
makes
or a
sense.
heavy, if you had the range nearby, clearly breaking into the range itself would be a great, but that's clearly not cool. We could utilize that, but we're not there, are we? So, there's things there, but we're clearly way above where we want to be anyway. Well, in regards to taking trades, we're
Yeah,
already way
exactly.
above what
Yeah,
we want to be. The move's already happening.
like well into the
We're
continuation.
utilizing our understanding and experience to get into a move that's already happening in a safe manner, which reality is there's some heavy ass bullish fucking hour candles you're getting involved in there. In essence, buying the highs to an extent, which is nothing wrong with that if you're doing it in an educated manner. But that also brings along the question of, well, how am I going to manage this in a successful manner? There isn't really an option in that case other than common sense based on your situation this week, for example. If I don't want to lose, then best option, same as Joel this morning, is taking a shot. Makes sense, looks good. But if it pushed down 2, 3, 4 pips and came back on him, he might deal with it quick sharp for that reason. Maybe go again in a bit, which is the option you probably would have had here, I think,
Yeah.
or should have had if you did it that way. So I think really, whether you wait for a close or wait for it, I think really coming back anything past break even in that scenario would probably something I'd be like, right, I just want to get as much as I can out of this. Just to get something to be done. I'm not trying to hold it all fucking day. I'm not trying to hit 60 pips or get to my next area of interest. I'm just trying to get in, be profitable. And if it starts to show signs of bullshit, man's done. Really?
Cool. Yeah.
Makes sense?
100%. Yeah.
That's
Cheers.
how I'd have played it, bro. Something similar to that, which, nothing wrong with that at all, I think.